two of the greatest days of your life is the day that you were born and the day that you found out why you were born. The day that you found out why. When you become a man of foresight and you have vision and a man that's perspicacious, you start to maneuver differently. You start to look at life differently. Your friends start to become a little different. And you just start to maneuver a way in life that you put you first, because you realize that the only person that's going to be able to change your life at any given moment is going to be you. The moment you realize that is the day that you start to make better decisions with your life. You start to calculate your life. Your life to start to become a beautiful mess at some point, right? Because life is still going to be messy. But now you know who you are, why you were created, and then you act accordingly to those tenets to make sure that you become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That means that you're actively adding value to yourself. You're actively reading. You're actively putting yourself in position and around people that can give you value, that can add value to you, that have answers to questions. You're putting yourself inside of rooms to build relationships and let those relationships compound. And individually, these people are going to give you a bit of information that you didn't have, a bit of information that you can take and then you can go apply to life and start to make some calculated life decisions. So there's two great things, two great days of your life. The two greatest days of your life is the day that you were born and the day that you find out why. What are you doing to actively realize your fullest potential? Are you actively doing things that add value to yourself? Are you actively getting out here and working? Are you working 8 hours of your life every day and saying that that's where it stops? That's what it's going to take for me to become and become who I'm supposed to be and reach my fullest potential. Are these the actions? Are you auditing the actions of your everyday activities to say that this is who I am? This is what I'm meant to be. These are the things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be playing video games. I'm supposed to be into other people's business. I'm supposed to be into gossip. I'm supposed to be a gossiping man. I'm supposed to be somebody that's not a stoic man, somebody that is not a man of virtues and morality and living by a code of conduct and a code of honor. Are you just somebody running around just being an aimless warrior you want to call yourself, whatever you want to call it? Are you really doing the things? Are these things serving your best interests? Are you around people that have your best interests in mind? What are you doing every day? Every single fucking day, every day. What are you doing every day to realize your fullest potential? To reach your fullest potential? Are you working 10, 12, 13 hours a day? Try doing that and only sleeping for 3. The next 6 months, again, I challenge you to work on yourself. Do enough positive reinforcement, enough positive information, enough, individual development, personal development that you can possibly do so that you can reach your fullest potential, because I believe in you. You just got to believe in yourself. Understanding is more important than knowing. A lot of people know a lot of great stuff. Everybody know a lot of great things, but nobody have a full understanding of anything. Nobody has a full understanding of anything. And that amazes me, because it's like you know about the car, but you have no full understanding about how the car works. You don't know how to operate the car. So you can have a whole bunch of knowing of anything, but you don't really understand anything, right? Because understanding takes experience, understanding takes discipline. So because you don't have enough discipline, you don't have understanding, which means that you don't have a foundation of really knowing anything. You can know, like I said, about a car, but you don't have an understanding of how the car works. Then the car really serves you no purpose. So if you have an understanding about finances, you have an understanding about credit, you have an understanding about life, you can start to make better decisions. But if you just kind of know it's there, doesn't mean that you're actively, progressively using it in the correct manner so that it can best serve your best interest and do anything for you. So congratulations, motherfucking shit. You know a whole bunch of stuff, but you have no full understanding of anything. And I want you to understand something. I'm a person that studies. I have understanding. I have to have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as the first 3 principles and foundation upon anything that I build. So please believe, if you're around me, I gotta have people around me that has to have the same mindset. They gotta have knowledge, they gotta have wisdom, they gotta have understanding. We have to deal in the realm of numerology and numbers and understand how these numbers play out into our everyday life so that you can become better equipped. We got to understand that a circle is 120, 120, and 120 equals 360. 360 degrees of information then becomes the foundation upon which anything that is built upon. Before you can build a skyscraper, you got to have the understanding of the skyscraper to build it and then be able to create the blueprint so that the skyscraper can withstand the wind and all of these other things that goes into the factor of building a skyscraper. So congratulations, you've been schooled today. No retreat, no surrender. No more wishing, no more planning. It's time to make shit happen. It's time to make shit happen. It's time for you to get off of your behind. Stop playing around with life. Stop looking at life pass you by. Stop being a loser and hanging around with losers. And it's time to start making things happen. It's time to start sacrificing. The cost of things that you want is going to come with a sacrifice. It's what are you willing to pay for it? Sometimes it's time, and we don't even want to do that. It takes a little bit of time to go learn something, but with learning something comes a level of responsibility, comes with a level of authority. But then you don't want to do that. But then you want to complain about, well, I got this, I can't do this. Well, then you, by all means, you don't really deserve to do it. God put his toughest battles on his hardest soldiers. You know what I mean? So you just saying by God giving you these things and opportunities that you too weak to see them through. But then you go to church every Sunday and you pray to God. I know Jesus, I play for. Come on, man. Looking at you like I gave you the opportunity, but you chose to say that your time wasn't. You chose to put your time somewhere else. You chose to put it into something else. So you can't ask questions of people and ask people for things that you're not ready and willing to put the work in behind to do and to accomplish. A lot of people want microwave success. They want to get the 5-ring, 6-ring Michael Jordan, whatever it is. I don't really deal with sports, right? That he got, but nobody want to be the North Carolina Michael Jordan. Nobody wants to be that Michael Jordan that was going to get picked up by the Blazers, but wasn't picked. So it's like nobody really wants to be that person. They want to be fast tracking to the way of success. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. So, you have to be mindful of all of the things that's going to come with what you're asking for, because you're surely going to be tested behind it. You're surely going to be tested behind it. So all the wishing that you want, I'm sorry, newsflash, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. All the planning is going to do nothing in the world, do nothing for you besides create a dream. And a dream is nothing without any kind of work behind it, right? So now you're planning, but planning have no action. But when you have action, now you have to have discipline to actually see some things through. And a lot of people don't have that. So a lot of times they're going to find themselves in a dead end road because of that. So stop planning, stop wishing, and go take some fucking action. What is the secret to success? The secret to success that I believe is very simple. It's a very simple formula to success. A lot of people want to make it so complicated with complicated answers. Here at No Retreat, No Surrender, we just want to give you the real, honest answer, and it's straight to the point. Work. Work is the secret to success. You can't have any kind of amount of success without being able to put in the work. And it's going to be that work that you don't want to do, but it is your duty to yourself and to your family and to your loved ones, the people that you so always claim that you care about, to do the work. More importantly, it should be duty to yourself. But the secret to success isn't complicated. It's really not complicated. You find something that you love to do, something that you like to do, something that you're curious to do. You put the work in, learning behind the systems, behind how the system works and what it is that you like to do. And then you put the work in to make sure that it is profitable. Get with a mentor, and then you put that product or that service in front of people. And then you just do the work. And then you duplicate the process, and then you learn how to scale the process. It's not really a very hard thing. Once I realized this, that's when my life became a little easier, because I stopped chasing money. I stopped chasing the bag. They say chase a bag. I don't believe in chasing the bag. I believe in chasing opportunities and assets, and then the bag will chase you. You then become the bag, the badass goddess or the badass god. whatever realm that you decide that you want to be into, but you still got to act in a God-like manner because you were made in God's image, which means that you have the ability to think and see things through and build it out and create just as the world was created. You are God-like, so you have to build. You have to build, and then simultaneously, as you are building, you are probably destroying the old information that you was with, which could be a scarcity mindset. For you to have success, you can't have a scarcity mindset. It's not going to serve you any good purpose. So you have to simultaneously destroy. Money don't grow from trees. Don't look, don't touch, don't ask. You have to destroy all of this negative thinking inside of your mind before you can move on to get into success, because now you have to have an abundant mindset. So now you got to simultaneously destroy what you are building while you are building. So there's no really big secret to success. It's hard work. The average person makes simple things complex, and successful people makes complex things seem simple. You see, when you start to add so much value to yourself, then you start to realize that the things that you are wanting to do, the things that you are aspiring to do is really not that difficult. We just understand that, it's going to take work to do it. It's going to take discipline to do it. And we start to curate our life around things that is workout, work related, being disciplined, staying in the gym, doing certain things that make our life simple. And then those things are just become something else to do. See, when the average person will make something so simple, so complex, is because they're not used to dealing in the realm of complexities. They're used to doing things that's simple, like quitting, starting something and stopping it. That's easy to do, but it's difficult to see something through. So if we are seeing things through, then the successful person just makes these things that's complicated, it seems complex. It just looks simple because they're so used to doing above and beyond, overachieve, show up early to work, show up on time, be the last one to leave. So you be ready to run out your job. That's because you're somewhere that you're not happy at. You're not happy with. You be ready to run out. Let's be honest. You be ready to run out the job. Be ready to run out the job. This thing ain't lit, but we don't give a damn though, right? You be ready to run out the job because it's somewhere that you're not happy at. While the successful person is running to the job. See, some people like to say, it's Monday, I gotta go to work. Oh man, some people like me like to say, oh man, it's Monday, I get to go to work. Some people didn't even get to go to work today. Some people didn't get an opportunity to wake up. Some people can't walk into the job. So it's little things that a lot of people, the average person, is not grateful for and they take for granted. And then they wonder why they're not successful. Just put the work in. There's no secret to it. I recently had someone ask me about grants and about business funding. And when I told them where to find the answers at, they immediately had a reply of something that they had to do, right? And I think I did my part. I told you where that you asked me a question. I told you where you can find the information. To already have an answer of why you cannot do it or why it's going to be difficult, instead of just saying this is where I have to be to get the information that I need to get what I want, is crazy to me. Listen, the price of anything that you want is the amount of time that you are willing to exchange for it. Say that again. The price of anything that you want is the amount of time that you're willing to exchange for it. So if you want to know about grants, you want to know about funding, you want to know about credit, you want to know about business, you want to know about real estate, then you have to exchange at least the minimum, your time. Sometimes, of course, there's going to be a cost behind it. I always say, I'll give you the information, the reasons why you should do the things, but you got to pay for the how. Like, that requires my time. I understand how valuable my time is. If you understood how valuable my time is, you probably wouldn't ask me questions unless you really, to put some money behind it, but there's a lot of things that I do give away for free. I absolutely give away for free. I don't believe in having anything that you sell that you should not be willing to give away for free, right? But when it comes down to your time and taking your time out of your day, time away from your children and your family to help somebody else's life, you got to understand that requires a level of financial. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't pay, like one of my new mentors, Neo, shout out to Neo, says, if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. If there's no transaction, won't be any transformation. So the amount of time that you're willing to exchange for anything is the price of what it's going to be. So you got to realize, people, time is money. When you are making $1 million or whatever a day or something like that, you got to calculate that person's probably making $32,000 an hour. So some shit like that. So like, what are you willing to pay for? Because an hour of their time is very, very valuable. Once you realize how much an hour of your time is, you're going to realize that $20 an hour, $30 to $40 an hour really ain't it. When you can actually get online and make $20,000 in an hour by selling digital products, something that you can create one time that'll pay you for the rest of your life. So, you know, having a digital masterclass, having a community, something that you can have a reoccurring charge with. You know, there's a 9-figure earner that told me that you don't have a business until you have a business that's running on autopilot, that is actually bringing in passive income, meaning that you're going to sleep and the transactions are still going. You don't really have a business. You have a service-based business, which means that at 5 o'clock, you can't sell any more cakes. You're not baking any more cakes. That means that you're not making any more money. So if you have something like an online community, a course community, or anything like that, or ebook, or anything that's a digital product, something that people can actually reach, an e-commerce business, you got your Shopify account, something like that, drop shipping, then you can make money while you are sleeping. Your money is making you money. So that is like the understanding that I got, you know what I mean? So I hope everybody take some kind of something out of that, and that bit of information helps make your life better. So if you want to contact me more, you want to ask more questions, of course, drop some comments, leave some information, and I'll do my best to answer some questions on credit, business credit, you know, whatever. But if you don't, then make sure you tap into the Digital Wealth Academy. I'll make sure I leave the links below and so forth. We're going to be we give away 80 digital products. You know how to use these products, where to place these products. I show you where to place them at. I give you 80 digital hooks, over 80 digital hooks, so you know how to actually get people to, you know, people got an attention span of a gnat these days. So, you know, you got to be able to grab their attention very quickly. So I'll give you 80 hooks and so forth. And then you get to go into the Digital Wealth Academy with other like-minded individuals that's actually working on making money while they're in the academy. You know, so they're working on faceless YouTubes right now. So learning how to monetize a YouTube, that's something that you don't understand. You don't even have to have your face on YouTube and people making money. So tap into the Digital Wealth Academy. I'll leave the link below. We got class every Sunday that's absolutely free for me, free for you. All you gotta do is beat me there, don't meet me there, tap in, no retreat, no surrender. How do I deal with weirdos? I don't. Listen, when people get to acting weird with me, like, listen, bro, you stay over there. I deal with men, I deal with people, I deal with, you know, the human beings based upon their character. And if your character is shaky because, you know, it's just, you just do weird activities, you just move weird, you know, and, you know, when people get to acting like that, like, I ain't got to tell them what they did. Like, look, man, you just stay over there. We cool. We ain't got to do none of the fake handshakes, the fake smiles, the ha-ha, he-he's all up in somebody's face, and the fake love and the fake smile. Because you know what? At the end of the day, when you realize that people are who they are and the level of their support, you got to understand you're gonna meet a lot more takers than givers, right? And I firmly believe you got to be willing to put in a lot more than you are willing to take.